This is my first impressions / review / gameplay of the highly anticipated Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Or I'll be calling it just Expedition 33. Expedition 33 feels like if Persona, Final Fantasy, Super Mario RPG, Dark Souls, and a French art museum had a baby. Yeah, I know that's a wild mix, but honestly, it fits. In my first 3 hours of playtime, it took me about an hour to get to my first combat, besides tutorials. It takes a little while for the combat to fully open up, but once it does, it's a slick fusion of turn-based strategy and real-time action with stylish dodges, satisfying parries, and a rhythm that feels straight out of a grown-up next-gen Mario RPG. And it all plays out with such smooth animation and visuals that it's just plain fun to watch. Visually, gorgeous, but it can look like someone smeared Vaseline on the lens. Artful, but a little blurry. Cutscenes? They're long, like grab your popcorn long, but they pack a real emotional weight.
I'm here.
And you can pause them, which is a lifesaver if someone dares to call you mid-scene. Exploration is more flexible than expected. You can run, shoot, jump, and even switch characters on the fly. Sure, it's not fully an open world, kind of like how God of War is, but for a game like this, that freedom feels fresh. Now, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't mention what could be better. And honestly, there's not much. The UI is clean, the voice acting's solid.
Another path, another future.
Still can't finish your sentences, can you?
Yep, that hasn't changed.
The music fits every moment perfectly while sounding beautiful on its own, and the combat and customization systems are deep, with tons of synergy potential. Also, this will kind of sound like a bad thing at first, but well, there's no way to rename my saves, so half of them are just me playing Russian roulette with timestamps, but at least I have options. Way better than most games where you're stuck with one option, just load from last checkpoint. The only things that could be really improved on is the fact that there are no cosmetic gear changes shown in cutscenes, like getting a haircut.
Voila!
I got a haircut, why are you showing me the old hair? Or wiping the blood off your face. But there's still blood on my face. Come on. And for a world that's bursting with creativity in its design, I wish there was a bit more interactivity. You can explore-ish with optional paths and enemies to fight.
This one looks dangerous.
But outside of picking up a few optional items, it feels like there's not much actually to do between the linear paths. With a sea of compliments, I'm forced to give this a high 9 out of 10. And normally I do reviews on games that are niche or not so popular, but this one I was really excited about and wanted to share my quick thoughts.